What's going on, everybody? Somebody with a wrench. His name's Dalton. He's been struggling to film this intro for the last half hour. We're working on the Chevelle again, and it's just a bunch of little piddly things before I get the intake and all the other fun stuff back on the top of the car. The first thing that I had to do was get my timing cover back on. And if you've never worked on a small block Chevy, man, is this a pain in the behind. It seals up on the front of your oil pan. So if you want to get this off, you got to drop the front of the oil pan. When to get it back in, that oil pan's still got to be dropped and the thing's got to go in. Now, I bought a gasket over here. You can see that I didn't use it. Really nice Velcro deal, rubber steel core with the idiot-proof little metal ringy-ding dudes with all new hardware. It's like 30 bucks. Great value, right? Looked like it was gonna be perfect, except you can't get the oil pan out with the engine still in the car. Maybe I could have if I'd undone the motor mounts and like jacked the motor up and done a whole bunch of other magical things, but I didn't want to do that for obvious reasons. So what I did was liberally applied some of the black magic you see here while the pan was completely unbolted. Used about half a tube of it, this magical stuff, then lost the cap and then ruined the last half of it because I'm a professional and don't forget it. So it's up there, it's attached. We'll see if it leaks. It leaked before I took it down, so you know, it's not going to be a big deal if it doesn't. And, you know, if it does leak and if it is really awful, I can go in and jack the engine up and get in there and put that gasket that I bought in it. It should be easier with the like pulley and harmonic balancer on the front anyway, instead of just trying to jack the motor up off just the end of the crank. So, whatever. I need to finish that because I broke my ratchet halfway through. So all that RTV set up probably very improperly. So I'm gonna have to fight through that and get the bottom of the pan up. I'm not looking forward to that. Then after that, I'm gonna try and get the rest of the shout pipe ripped off this thing while it's in the air. Test fit the headers. Fun fact, the first YouTube video that I tried to shoot on a cell phone and not this magical recorder cube thing I've got now was getting the HEI wrap onto those cheap Facebook Marketplace special headers. And it's awful. I've still got the footage, but like I lost a big chunk in the middle and I didn't have a editing software yet. And it was just not good. But if you guys want to see it, I'll try and put it together as best I can and throw it up here. But these also are gonna get test fit. I tried to test fit them after I got the heads put on the block before I even did the valve train or anything, just to see if they were gonna work, and I couldn't from the top. But now that the car's in the air, I'm gonna try and get them situated from the bottom. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Well, I do, I just don't want to do it. I'm gonna have to buy a new set of headers that are gonna fit this car. I really thought I was big braining it buying used long tubes, but we'll see. And then some other piddly little things are probably gonna come up, and I'll grab the camera and I'll show you what I'm doing and probably rant and rave about how this is such a fun hobby and such a great use of your time and money and effort to wrench on old beautiful pieces of machine like this. So stick around, I'll probably get frustrated. Maybe it'll be funny. You might, probably not, learn something. We'll see. But that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. All right, I'm back with updates. Jesus Christ, cheese and rice. I forgot I had the starter off. I took it off, no problem, a couple days ago. Last time, you know, I talked about this, or maybe not, I don't know. Everything's blurring together these days, but I had the starter off to get to the bolts on the fucking oil pan, and I had to put it back on. Fuck, that was a pain in the ass. Because like I changed this starter a couple of years ago, like 2-3 years ago, and I am kicking my ass so hard right now Because I remember very vividly being at O'Reilly's and he hauling with the lady behind the counter on whether or not I was going to buy the lightweight one, the new fancy ultra lightweight starter, or go with like the cheaper old school heavy motherfucker. And I went with the heavy one because I thought 20 bucks is 20 bucks or whatever the price difference is. No, buy the lightweight starter. Let this be your justification. Splurge for the lightweight starter. It will save you so much effort and pain and trouble, and it's just, do it. It is 1000% worth it. So, oh my God. So now that that's done though, we can keep moving because the starter's up, the oil pan's all tight down, old elbow wrench, torculated, specced out. It's good, right? If it leaks, fuck it. I don't even care right now. The next thing we got to do is an equally frustrating task, which is test fit those headers. Because apparently today is the day of pain, and I'm just only doing frustrating, painful, not fun activities. So let's do it. Let's see if they fucking fit. All right, I'm back after more pain. And as you can see, they fit great. Look at that. Just way, you know, just not where they are fucking supposed to be. So I think they'll fit. I just don't have the car high enough in the air to like come up under properly. And I looked at what it's going to take to get the old pipes off, and like there's just shit in the way, and I don't have enough jack stand, and just to get the fucking thing. I can't do it today. So not doing that. I'm not just gonna chop the old exhaust, sawzall it or anything just yet, because I had a fuck it moment where I'm just gonna use the stock exhaust manifold and the pipes for the break-in, for the cam, and make sure the heads work and everything for that first fire. Just continue putting the motor back together. We'll just use the old exhaust. Whenever it's time to do the exhaust, it'll be after the car is running and driving again, because I was squeezed up, you know, up under the car over there towards the back of it, looking at where the pipe and the thing, and I'm not gonna fuck with it until I know that the car is running and good, and then I'll change the exhaust. Because if there's one thing that I hate more than heavy ass starters, it's duplicity of effort, and I'm not going to go through all this work to get the old exhaust out and get the new headers in and blah blah blah, and then just have to undo it all because I did something wrong and my motor exploded and I gotta yank the bitch and rebuild it. So there we go. That's the thought process. That's what we're doing. Boom. End of story. And I'm gonna, I guess, keep moving, or maybe go drink beer and figure out what the fuck to do with my life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I will pick you guys up with more updates, if there are any. Okay, so I think I figured out one more thing I can do to be productive before I lose the light, and probably won't infuriate me to the ends of the earth. Hopefully, but anything's possible. These guys. Here's my new Vortec valve covers, and if you didn't know, if you're switching from old school Chevy to a Vortec style head, you gotta get different valve covers. So if you're hunting in the junkyard, right, looking to find your extra 100 horsepower or whatever the fuck everybody says Vortex make sure that when you rip apart that old 90s Camaro, you grab the valve covers too when you grab the heads. Yeah, because I didn't know that, and I bought these new, and then I had to go hunting for valve covers. I got lucky at a swap meet though, which is where these came from and why they look the way that they do. So let's go ahead and get them cleaned up. Hopefully they'll look good. Let's see. All right, so much elbow grease and brake clean later, here's what they look like. You might be saying, Dalton, they don't really look a whole lot different, and that's because you're right. They look a lot better on camera than they do in real life. But there's still a whole bunch of this shit going on. I thought it was just grime and grease and engine gunk when I bought these. You know, walking around the swap meet like, ooh, cool, 20 bucks. Picked them up. They felt super greasy and oily. The guy hadn't washed them before he sold them. No, that's rust. That is not oil or engine grime or dirt or whatever have you. It's rust. The chrome's gone. I hit it with a whole bunch, like half a can of brake clean and steel wool, and it didn't come out. By the way, I didn't know brake clean is apparently a brand. Maybe, oh, maybe that's CRC. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But yeah, that's as good as they're gonna get. I think I might take them somewhere and get them sandblasted and then do black. I think the Chevy red orange block, the raw aluminum intake, and the black valve covers might be a really good look. I made a short about it asking you guys what you wanted to do, and it was very half and half. I make shorts, by the way, and they're, I think, maybe funny. So I don't know. I think that might be what I do. The chromey dudes, the way they look now, isn't cutting the mustard. So we'll see. I don't know. I might just slap them on and be done with it. We'll see. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end it. I'm losing the light. I'm tired. I've been frustrated this whole video, if you couldn't tell. So it's about time to, I think, pack it in and drink a cold one. So I wanted, at the end of this video, to say thank you too, by the way. This week I rolled over 100 subscribers, which is just mind-boggling to think about. I've only been making content for like 2 months now, and this week I rolled over 100 subscribers. I think I'm at 105 right now, and it's just, words cannot express how grateful I am to any of you guys who have subscribed or watch my stuff, leave comments, like it, all that crap. I honestly super appreciate it. I never thought that I would get 100 views, let alone 100 subscribers. So it does really, really mean the world to me. I'm just gonna keep trucking and keep making stuff, and hopefully get this big banana boat up on the road again, because I haven't driven it in too long. So thanks for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for the next one. Eventually I'll have this thing together and we can do a first drive together. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Love y'all. See ya. Welcome back to Some Idiot with a Wrench. God damn it, man. Welcome back to Some Idiot with a Wrench. His name's Dalton, and he's been struggling to film this fucking intro for like the last half hour. So, God, and I fucking cursed. Okay. Welcome back to Some Idiot's Rent. God fucking, I'm so fucking bad at this.